refrain from complaining about the amount of work I have to do because I'm sure it doesn't match up to Spencer's by any stretch of the imagination, and I'm just going to get into talking about what we're going to talk about. I've been really enjoying the discussion we've been having about guilt this week, partly I think because I've had it drilled into my head by my mum that guilt is a wasted emotion, because she brings it up every time I talk about feeling guilty, and it's been interesting to hear these other perspectives from you guys, and I have really appreciated that. In response to James's question, of course I wouldn't remove guilt if I was given the choice, because these emotions are what make us human. I do, however, think that there might be a better way to deal with it, but I guess if you changed it, then it wouldn't be the same. That was a redundant statement. But it's true. I think that even if you made guilt less painful, it would completely defeat the purpose of guilt, and then you wouldn't get to remorse. And I was really glad James brought that up, because I hadn't thought of that. I thought that was very insightful. Thumbs up, James. The idea of remorse is interesting because I guess it's remorse that drives us to do the constructive things that we get out of guilt as opposed to the actual guilt itself, which mostly just drives us to curl up in a ball and wallow. And then you can also get into the idea of whether everyone does feel remorse. I'm not going to get into the details because I know some people haven't read the last Harry Potter, but you probably know what I'm thinking about, and also psychopaths. And I suppose those two go hand in hand. But really the idea of a human that couldn't feel remorse is quite scary. Then yesterday Jeff brought up the idea of the balance of emotions, and that you need the bad emotions to properly appreciate the good emotions, and that you need the bad patches in life to properly appreciate the good patches. And Jeff, I was glad you brought that up, because life really does have ups and downs. And for me at least, and maybe also this channel, right now is a down. There's a lot to do, I have exams, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, I have to deal with all sorts of complicated things like student loans. It's stressful. And these downs and rough patches always take me by surprise, because by nature I'm a very happy and optimistic and enthusiastic person. And so when I'm feeling kind of down, I often don't realize it. And this goes back to what Spencer said about self-loathing emotions and giving yourself a hard time even though you know you should cut yourself some slack. I give myself a hard time for feeling down because I don't feel like I have reasons for feeling down. Because let's face it, I have a pretty great life. I'm at university, I have the freedom to do lots of things that I want, I have an awesome group of friends, I do really exciting things in my life, I'm enjoying what I'm studying, and so in theory I should be happy all the time, right? Except that I'm a person and as people we're not, and we go through these ups and downs. And maybe it's time I realize that it's okay for me to feel down sometimes. And I know that I and across the 49th will get through it, it'll pass, it'll get better. But in the moment, it does feel kind of sucky. And now I feel like I'm being melodramatic. It's really not that bad. Cut yourself some slack, Katie, gosh. And on that note, now I really do have to go study, so I will briefly echo Jeff's sentiments of hand heart for all you guys. And I really enjoy doing this, and I really like you all a lot, and I am very thankful that I have met you. I'm not very good at the corny. And if you viewers are thankful that we are doing what we are doing, then you should leave challenge suggestions for Jeff. Because we all know what happens when Jeff doesn't know what to do for a challenge. Jeff, I'll see you tomorrow.